Welcome to the Get Your Mind Right podcast. Every day, I want to be the first voice inside of your head, the first voice that motivates you to move. I put out these powerful segments every single day because I know the truth. The truth is that when you change your mind, you change your life. So let me, Ryan Stewman, the hardcore closer, get your mind right. So here's what I know. Most motherfuckers on this planet move slow, but not you. You got to move fast. Nothing says that a motherfucker's making moves and motherfuckers makes fast moves. And hear me out, right? You think, well, that was really simple, Ryan. You got to move fast. Here's what happens. When I was in the mortgage business, I moved fast. I made sure that I got the loans locked quick. I got the loans into processing quick. I pushed the underwriters. I pushed the processors. And most people on this planet are slow. So when someone like me is trying to make them move fast, they get frustrated. And that's how you separate the weak, right? I would get rid of an underwriter and a processor fast as shit if they tried to slow me down. Because listen, if you're going to do a lot of business, if you're going to make a lot of money, if you're going to close a lot of business, then you got to be moving fast. There's no way you can move slow and close a lot of business. Now, people say, well, look at the tortoise and the hare. The rabbit burned out, but that's a rabbit, not a goddamn human, right? My buddy David Goggins can run at a strong, fast pace, 8-minute miles for 200 miles without stopping. Fuck a rabbit. You're not a rabbit. You're a human being, right? So you get a human being has the best of all species on this planet. It's got the endurance of the tortoise, the persistence of the tortoise, but with the speed of the rabbit. And so going back to the scenario, if you're going to make a bunch of money, you better make it fast because you never know when the market's going to crash, when the different political climate will arise, different laws will be passed. If you're going to make money, you've got to make it fast. You've ever heard the phrase, you got to get it while the getting's good? That's an example of it's time to move fast. You see, so many people will try to slow you down. They'll say, hold up, you're moving too fast. And that's bullshit. That's because they're part of the force of average trying to slow you down. You know, I have a lawyer on, and I fired like 100 of these guys because they're always like trying to slow down and get the details right. Like, man, you know what? I appreciate you getting the details right, but we need to move fast. We got to strike while the iron's hot. You know, we got to move shit fast. We can't just be sitting around waiting for other people to make moves. If I need something trademarked, we need that shit trademarked today before one of these damn hackers gets out there and trademarks it before us. If we got to file a suit against somebody, we got to move fast today so that we can get a suit filed against them. And they always want to slow down and go over the details and hold up. You're always in such a rush. I am in a rush. I'm impatient and I hate waiting. I want my money immediately, if not sooner. I want the solutions to my problems immediately, if not sooner. I want the solutions to your problems immediately, if not sooner. You see, but most people, they'll try to slow you down. They'll say, you're moving too fast. You're doing too much. When are you going to take a break? When do you sleep? When do you rest? Never, motherfucker. I don't get tired. I don't need sleep. I don't need rest. What I need you to do is speed your ass up and quit slowing me down. But see, most of us, we start we start sympathizing for people trying to slow us down. It's like, maybe they're right. Maybe I should slow down. But you know what? You got to make fast money. You got to make fast moves. And as fast as problems come into your life, you need to be able to solve them and get them out of your life. What if this major problem shows up in your life? Let's just take a medical emergency. A medical emergency shows up in your life and you have a heart attack. Do you think you want the paramedics to move fast? Do you want them to move slow? Do you want the firemen, if your house is on fire, to just casually stroll across the way to the fire truck? No, you want to move them fast. Everything in your life needs to be treated like an emergency. Your job is an emergency. You need to get that deal done. It's an emergency to get that done. You need that big ass check. It's an emergency that you get that big ass check. If you're trying to solve problems with your significant other, it's an emergency that you solve that problem. If you're trying to help your kids out and make them better, wiser, stronger, whatever the case is, it's an emergency that you make that happen. But you see, a lot of people treat things without a sense of urgency. And then they'll say funny things like, you know, lack of preparation on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on mine, which may or may not be true. But here's the thing. What about if I am prepared and I'm moving fast? You see, people would always have you believe you can have one thing but not the other. They'll say, oh, you know, if you're going to move fast, then you'll miss the details. Well, why can't you be a fast, detailed person? Why can't you train your brain to be very detailed and fast? Or why can't you train yourself to be fast with the facts and then the people around you to be fast with the details? You don't have to settle for mediocrity. See, mediocrity is you moving fast and them moving slow. Mediocrity is the force of average at work at its finest. And I'm telling you right now, all that's bullshit. You got to move fast. If you want things done, you need it done immediately, if not sooner. You need to treat everything in your life as if it's an emergency. Now, I'm not talking about going and crying and complaining and, oh my God, this is such an emergency. I'm talking about moving with urgency, making shit happen, making moves happen. You see, when I flip real estate, the whole idea behind it doesn't always work out this way. And a lot of realtors have been fired because I'm trying to sell these damn things as fast as possible so I can get on to the next one. It is an emergency that we get these things sold. When I'm trying to get my ads up and running, it is an emergency that we get these ads up and running, because the faster we get the ads up and running, the faster we get the money, and the faster we can beat the market to the competition to the marketplace. But so many people say, well, I want to slow down. It's like, no. You want to slow down because you're lazy. You want to slow down because the force of average has a grip on you. I've put the restraints on the struggle, and there is no grip on me, and there is no force of average trying to drag my momentum down. I have nothing but momentum. Drag can kiss my ass. And so I want you to think about that today. What areas of your life are you throttling? What areas of your life are you governing and slowing down? Man, fuck that shit. If you want to make shit happen, you make shit happen, move fast. A lot of software companies, they come to the market and their software looks like shit. Clixo being one of them. Google being one of them. Yahoo being one of them. If you go back and you look at what Facebook, Google, MySpace, Clixo, and all these other different softwares looked like when they first launched, it wasn't about how beautiful it was. It wasn't about how buggy they were or were not. It was about how fast they could get to market with that software and be the first, and then they'd work the details out later. That's the way that everything should work on this planet, especially today's day and age, because slow motherfuckers end up starving. Remember that. Slow motherfuckers end up starving, but those who move fast get fed. Now, by the way, if you haven't already been to theforceofaverage.com, you've got to sign up over there and watch this video. It is a game-changing, life-altering, mind-blowing video. It's the most thought-provoking content on the internet right now. It's not conspiracy theory. It's facts. It will change the way that you look at this world. And when you change your mind, you change your life. Get over to The Force of Average. It's forceofaverage.com and check out the free training I have waiting on you. We'll catch you on the next episode.